everyone, or welcome to my channel, To Horse Thing. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kara. Today I'm giving you guys, actually I think it's my first WORKSPACE tour, which is crazy. I have been on YouTube for a year and a half and I'm not giving you guys a WORKSPACE tour. And I am working on that 10K special, so please keep that in mind. I haven't released what it's gonna be quite yet, but it is probably like my most asked how-to video. With that being said, I'm kind of just gonna take you guys along what it looks like, because I finally got it cleaned up. I needed a whole bunch of organizers that I purchased like 2 weeks ago, and I finally finished getting everything how I think I want it. Whether it's gonna stay exactly like this, well, obviously the answer is no, because it's gonna turn to a mess in like 2 days. But there's certain organizers for my paintbrushes and my tools. I don't think those are gonna stay where they are just because accessibility reasons. But other than that, we're pretty much just gonna go through what I have sitting over there. So now let's go ahead and get into the video. So pretty much this is what this looks like. This is in our living room and it looks absolutely insane in here, and people ask me all the time, they're like, how do you get so much space? Well, actually I don't. I just start needing more space. This shelf is brand new and it looks really weird in this room, and I need it to stay here, but I don't know if it's actually gonna stay in here. So anyway, this is what it looks like, all cleaned of course. And now let's go ahead and get into what actually everything is. Starting with this organizer, this is my newest organizer that I have bought. This came in today's Thursday. It came in Monday or Tuesday. I think it came in Monday. And of course I had to move all my horses because this was just not enough room anymore. So I moved most of my horses on here. So up here, it's kind of split into 3 groups, if you can see. So these are horses that are gonna need sculpting. There's a lot that are losing tails, or a unicorn where its horn is gonna need to be chopped off, or this face is absolutely demolished, just stuff like that. These horses are gonna need some form of sculpting to a degree with milliput or epoxy or something. Then this group is horses that are going to need an incredible amount of sanding. For instance, I can't paint this. This looks terrible. So she's gonna need a lot of work before I'm actually able to do anything with them. This group is just horses that I'm working on that I just didn't have anywhere else to go, and actually they should be on this shelf, so I'll probably move them. Going down one more shelf, this is pretty much all my horses that are in the middle of being prepped. I have a lot of horses in the middle of being prepped. So they're in some stage of being sanded, getting the tech sanded off, and they all need to be primed and stuff like that. I need primer because I don't have enough primer to prime. This is probably 30 horses. If anyone wants to count, feel free. This is pretty much just horses that are being prepped right now. There's a lot of them. Honestly, a little scary, stressful almost. Moving down one more shelf. This is the shelf where these guys probably should go. This shelf, except for this guy, is horses who have been airbrushed and now they're just being worked on for markings. So all these stablemates and stuff are gonna be sold, and these horses, this is for a friend of mine, but these I think are pretty much all gonna be sold. Mainly this cart is selling horses. Then if we go down one more, these are guys that have been sanded pretty much except for him, her back there in this one. They have pretty much they're ready for airbrush paint except for these two. One more. These are horses that just need a lot of prep work that I don't feel like looking at anymore. So especially this horse. So anyway, that's kind of what this whole shelf is. I just pretty much just need a lot more room. So this shelf pretty much is horses for me that just it makes sense to have 2 separate shelves. So these are selling, commission, anything horses that are not for me, and these are horses that are for me. So for instance, I have this liver chestnut. I think it's supposed to be a Sabino, I don't really know. And then all of these are Schleichs that are in the middle of prepping, and they are for me. I just never get around to working on horses for myself, so most of these horses have been on here for at least 6 months. Then if we go down, these are a whole bunch of horses that have been airbrushed and just need markings. Like this guy's gonna be an Appaloosa. She's a remake of my rainbow horse. I have like 6 Gypsy Vanner stablemates. Pretty much just horses that need to be worked on. Then this one is horses that I don't want to look at. This guy I need to sculpt a mane and tail for, but he needs a lot more prep work, so that's just gonna take a little bit. I'm okay with him. This horse has plans. I don't want to work on her right now because she is stressing me out big time. This horse was like, I started before I got like really good at, well, no, I'm not really good at markings, but I'm better at markings, and I kind of figured out a technique, so she might need to be like redone just because of the way that I've kind of figured out how to do that now. I don't care for her. And these are just like shipping boxes pretty much. I don't think those are staying there either. That's just where they are right now. And that's pretty much like these shelves done. So, you know. Next is this thing. I have had this thing for, I don't even know how, like ever since I started painting horses in 2020, I've had this. So finally, this has a place to go. I can't tell y'all how long this organizer has been a mess. Like, I was explaining to one of my friends who also paints, I said, yes, I have a lot of storage, but a lot of stuff is like in layers. I'm like, and if you think I'm digging for it to go get it, I'm not. I needed lots of organizers, like make things easy on myself. So this is pretty much all my books. Like this is Horse Color Explained. This is an amazing book for cool colors. If you need a book, this is it. Horse Color Explained. That's what it looks like. It's great. This is also awesome for sculpting. If you're looking to get into sculpting, an atlas of animal anatomy. I just haven't had time to sculpt, so I bought this after summer. So I haven't had any time to do anything with it. And then this is like breeds, I'm trying to show the complete guide to horses, I think is what it's called. This is also a great book. I was hoping that book was gonna be like this book, and it's not. This is much better. It's also more technical though, so like if you're under the age of like 13, 14, I wouldn't really recommend because there's just a lot of big words involved. Moving on, then I have this little thing. I don't really know what to call this. This is like one of my phone stands. I have 2. The other one is upstairs right now because I was using it for as a light for pictures. And then this is just tape because like everybody needs tape. And then various glues, pretty much. This is my PVA glue, and that is for my diorama. This is wood glue. This is just your regular tacky glue. These are both fabric fusion glue. I don't know where my leather glue went, actually. These are both super glues. Just one of them is almost out, and I don't want to throw it away. This is a really nice glue, actually. I think I got this off Rio Rondo. This is Duco cement. It's nice. It's not like my favorite, but it's decent for what it is. These are 2, actually no. The blue one has water in it. There you go, for like airbrush stuff. And then this is just empty and I don't have anything for it. These are 2 miniature squirrels and some dog I need to paint that I didn't know where else to put. This is my hand drill actually, and then like the thing you use, you know, when like you can't open a jar. I don't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like has a weird texture, so then it can help you open a jar. I don't remember what it's called, but I have one of those because like sometimes just glue doesn't want to open. So I have that in case I need it, and then some sticky notes because, you know, sometimes I gotta take notes on horses. So I always have those with me in case I need them. Then this drawer is filled with a whole bunch of crap, to be honest with you. These are stickers from PRS that I haven't, from our trade, that I haven't had the heart to use yet because I love them so much. This is a micro mini that I bought at Briarfest card just to be like, yes, it is who she is. This was my card when I was trying to figure out my logo. And then this is like metallic airbrush paint I probably won't ever use, and then a matte varnish that I don't know if I'll use that either. Moving over here, this is used to be my dad's old drill, but then he got a new drill, so now it's mine. And it just always has this attachment on it, and I use it for drilling holes in the bottom of briar, so that way you can like cover up their mouth hole. Then there's also just this big bottle of gloss varnish and glue for layering like static grass. Then this whole acrylic display, like this might be my favorite new thing from everything that I've bought for this organizer recently. This holds all of my airbrush paint. I can't even tell y'all how beautiful this looks in person, genuinely. This is probably like the favorite thing I've gotten. These are all Createx paints that I actually need more of. I don't care for Createx, but it is cheaper. So until I can like purchase more the Vallejo paint I usually buy is out of stock where I am. So I'm really annoyed because I can't buy any of that right now. So I've been using Createx and stuff. And then this is just some certain Vallejo Model Air singles. I usually buy like a pack, but that's just what I was able to find. And then these are all like mixed airbrush paints. I could not give you guys colors for these because I spent like 8 hours one day mixing paint, and that's what this turned into. So this is just like a really nice little gradient of colors here for you. Moving into these, I'm actually gonna start on this side because this is like probably the side y'all want to see over this side, so I'll probably like blow through this side. I'm gonna take my time on this side. So this side is like my prepping drawer pretty much. So this has like a nail drill in it that I'll just use it for like small sanding parts. These are for when I need to clean horses. I'll go put them like in the sink with some soap and warm water and stuff, and I'll clean them with this. This is liquid green stuff, which is amazing like if you just have little things that are like wrong, like just tiny imperfections that you need to fill in. This stuff is awesome. I also use this stuff for like the nose hole on briar when I don't want to get out my epoxy. And then this stuff is PBO, I think is what it's called, porcelain liner, and I use this for like veins underneath the horse. I haven't worked with it a lot, so I'm not like super comfortable using it, but I have it when I need it, although I think like it got jammed, so I don't know if I can actually open this anymore, but I'll figure it out. Then these are all my Dremel bits, although my Dremel is down here, right here. These are all my sanding bits for like taking text off bellies, or like briars, it's on the side of their leg, stuff like that. That's what that is. These are all plastic gloves, which I mainly use for pastels, but I put it in here because sometimes you just like need to touch a horse, but you don't want to get the oils on your hands on it. So this is great to have in here. And then this is just like various sandpaper pieces and stuff for sanding, because we all know that's the best part about painting, right? You get to sand 100 times. Lovely, I know. The next drawer actually is my sculpting drawer, so like prepping and then sculpting is like usually what would come next. So these are all of my sculpting tools. Thank you, DJB, for revealing what you use for sculpting. So we did actually have one of these, and I will be testing this out soon. It's what is it called? Like a gum stimulator or something. So I'm looking forward to using that. But these are all just like silicone sculpting tools. This is some like dirt cheap metal thing, and I've used it before and it's great. I'm just gonna mention, there are certain things that yes are going to be more expensive for good quality, but I got like 20 of these for 10 bucks. Like you don't need super expensive stuff all the time. Then these are various like gauges of wire if I do need a thicker wire for some briar. This says straw on it, don't pay attention to it. It's baking soda for when I'm like using masking tape to like bulk out a tail or a mane or something. I'll use this and put super glue on it and apply this, and that makes it a lot stronger. Then this is just like your average air dry clay, like I needed that for the terrain on my diorama. This is Milliput. Milliput is the way to go over epoxy sculpt in my opinion, but I do have epoxy because there are certain things it's good for, but I do really love Milliput. Next drawer is my pastel drawer. So this is a drawer I look at and I'm not, why does this look so dang yellow? Anyway, as y'all know, I do use an airbrush over pastels, but like there are still things you need pastels for. My decorators that I've recently posted on my restock were done in pastel because I didn't want to put through like really cheap paint, because that's what I had with me on my airbrush, because it's not meant for airbrush. Anyway, these are pastels. Sometimes I need them, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends. Dapples are one thing that I've mainly done in pastel, but I'm trying to switch over to an airbrush for. So these are like just a whole bunch of pastel colors and stuff like that. And this is pink that I grinded up myself. I've had this for so long. And then this is actually like Master's Touch chalk pastel. So there's that. And then there's also gray down there. And then these are all of my makeup brushes that I use for pastels, and then back here is like the strainer that I use to grind my pastels, and then these makeup applicator things that I'll use for certain details, just dapples when I need to get inside a nostril or something, a really hard place to reach. Those are great. Then after that is kind of like my paint pots, pretty much. I was trying to fit all the small paint pots in this organizer, but it wasn't working. So I still have those. And then I have all these, and then back there I have 2 empty ones. And then these are like funnels to get paint into these. I thought that that was a fitting place to put them. Then this is like my junk drawer of paint. These are all like my more expensive colored paints that I'll use for eyes sometimes, or rainbow things and all of that. And then this is all Liquitex and Master's Touch paint, and this is all just various colors of apple barrel. And then this, I don't want to open this too much, but this is like my diorama stuff. So these are some rocks that I have, and then some bushes. These are like leaves and flowers and stuff. My static grass applicator, the batteries to my static grass applicator, and then like 20,000 bags of static grass. Actually, I think it's like 8 or 9 bags, but you know. So that's what that is. Moving on to this side, this is, I don't know what you would really call this. These are just like my folders. So like this, I can't open this because it has addresses and stuff on it, but like it holds, this whole side right here holds like every order I've ever had. I always print that out so I can keep track of what I've had and when I've done well and stuff. This side, I really can't open it. This side has like these things that I never got around to using because I really don't have that many of them. And then like metallic card sheets for like halters and stuff. And then, oops, oh gosh, I can't make it go back. And then this Briar thing, I don't know, some catalog that I didn't get rid of for whatever reason. This drawer is kind of like a junk drawer, but not really. So this is like what I put down when I'm airbrushing. This is what I'll sometimes use. It's like a silicone mat for like sometimes when I paint. This is all eyeshadow for like decorator pastels and stuff. And then I just have like some fancy little bags and this makeup brush cleaner that looks like that, if you can see it, to clean the makeup brushes when I need it. This is like my tack drawer. So y'all probably know me as a painter and not a tack person, which is very, very true. But there was a time where I made tack much more than I painted. So I have a lot of stuff. So this is a whole bunch of different gauges of wire, again, varying stuff. This is foil for when I make saddles, like a soda can actually. I don't really know what these are. They're just little hardware pieces that I would use for something. So I have those. Gum Trigant is amazing. If you ever like thin your leather, put this on it and it makes it so much easier. I can't even tell y'all. This has saved my butt so many times. I love this stuff. This is like a whole organizer of different leathers, leather lace, leather sheets, different colors. Like every leather you can imagine. Not really is in there. Suede pretty much. Then I have like these 4 things. I don't want to get them all out. Some of them are labeled from Rio Rondo and some of them aren't. Oh, this one is. But like this one is not. Although it is labeled like what this stuff is for. And it pretty much holds, like this one holds all my jump rings. This one has all my buckles. This is like traditional and classic halter slots and stuff. This is all like my Schleich blanket buckles, halter slot pieces, stirrups, stuff like that. Then this is a thing I bought from Sugar Rose Studios quite a while ago actually. It was like how to make a saddle when I was working on saddles. I've kind of figured it out now, but I did buy that a while ago, so I do still have that. This is all my paracord and embroidery floss. Self-explanatory for blankets and saddle pads, all that great, wonderful stuff. This is more for like tack, but not like leather tack. This drawer was all leather tack. This is like blankets and saddle pads. So this is like some thicker cord. These are like stencils and stuff, but there's also like miniature candy canes. These, what do you call these? Decal pieces or whatever. I have those in here. Needles, snap buckle things, half done blankets that were started 2 years ago. Lots of ribbon, gloss green ribbon, because I really switched over to gloss green ribbon over a satin ribbon. Best decision I've ever made in my life. And then this whole organizer for stuff, it's like these are cotton pads and like elastic stuff and jewels and handmade for you and white yarn and jewels and beads and like your average craft bucket pretty much. Tape was back there. So that's pretty much what this is, just more tack stuff. And then this is YouTube. Don't demonetize me here, okay? It's a doll. I'm just gonna cover her. This is like Schleich bin, I guess. So this is all stuff that's like made by Schleich, sort of. Like stuff that wasn't really made by me for the most part goes in here. So there's a lot of stuff in there. This bin is all doll clothes. This is blankets and stuff, and that's leather tack. And then this is a bin of dolls that I use for photos and stuff. And then underneath this is like Christmas wreaths, Santa hats, leather tack that will like never be for sale because it was like my first saddle ever is in there and stuff like that. Just little things pretty much. And then at the bottom, this is a wooden base for a sculpture I'm working on, and this is my Dremel case that has my Dremel in it. And then of course I need a trash can because like everybody needs a trash can. We are majority of the way through this, getting to the last little bit over here. Starting up here, this is my ring light. It has a charger on it. Self-explanatory. If you are on YouTube or if you paint in general in a dark area, you need some sort of light. So then over here, this is actually a ribbon organizer my dad and I made a few years ago. And so that's what it looks like. Well, that's what it looks like, I guess. A whole bunch of ribbon for stuff. And then these are all my various cans of spray paint. I don't like this. Personal opinion, don't like this. These two, oh wait, those are not the same, but there is a Rust-Oleum mat that looks like that. This is gloss for decorators and stuff. This is a really junky cup that holds paint water. This is my whole paintbrush organizer. Oops, and that's what I mean by that might not stay there. But this like holds, oh my gosh, so many paintbrushes. This is one of my favorite brushes. This is also one of my favorite brushes. And they were like $5 a piece, so I mean. But fan brushes are also amazing. Also bought these one by one and not in a pack. Then I have like the small brushes in the middle are like brushes that are crusty because I use them for gloss varnish. Never use a good brush for gloss varnish because it will never be the same again. And then these are all like my really small nail art brushes, my average brushes, I guess, that I'll use, and then thicker brushes in case I ever need those. This is just a horse I'm working on at the moment. Over here is like just a spinny organizer pretty much because I thought it was cool. I was gonna use it for the paintbrushes, but the way that they laid did not work. So this is like my pen for signing models. This is obviously a pair of scissors and then 2 different rulers. This is my leather thinning tool, pliers, and sponge brushes. These are Sharpies, pencils, colored pencils, eraser pencils, charcoal pencils. All the pencils are in here. These are all my different kinds of tweezers, and then these are rubber bands, pencil sharpener for the pencils obviously, and rubber bands. And then my sister was really excited, so she wanted me to show you guys this. This has been sitting on my desk for a while, so obviously to the rest of the house, I usually have this sign facing out this way. She made me this, and it fits perfectly, so it always sits right there. It has not moved. Other than that, you guys, I think that is the end of today's video. I'm really sorry for the lighting. It's getting really dark outside, and this is my ring light. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video is useful to somebody out there. I'm gonna try and like face the light so I don't look like absolutely insane. Whatever you need material-wise, I hope this was able to help some of you guys, and of course I will have some sort of model material video coming out again because I haven't done one in a really long time. Other than that though, I mean, I hope this was helpful or at least entertaining for y'all to see like what I paint in. This is a lot larger than what I had. This recently upgraded earlier this week just because I realized I started needing more room, new organizers, because what I had was just not sufficient for the workload that I'm starting to have as an artist now. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you click that like button and subscribe button down below. That way you guys enjoy this kind of content and would like to see more of it. As always, remember to be kind, be smart, and stay safe. I'm sorry the camera is shaking so much, oh my gosh. And I'll see you guys in the next video, next live stream, whichever one comes first. Goodbye, everybody.